Go. Hello.
Hello, hello.
So today we're gonna talk about 5 articles, interesting articles. Number one, we've got Andressen Horowitz launches 2.2 billion crypto fund and is radically optimistic despite price fluctuations. So this is, I'd say, I'd put it not bullish, a little bit more than bullish, because 2.2 billion is
A
quite
lot.
yeah, it's quite a lot, and it's cryptocurrency focused, meaning they're gonna pour all this cash into crypto, which is crazy. So definitely bullish news coming out of Silicon Valley, coming out of
Yeah,
Silicon Valley. And looks like the last time he launched something was 3 years ago, which was like pretty much the bottom of the bear market. So this guy has timing. He's pretty smart guy. Is probably gonna do well. That's uh, that's my thinking around this, and this is definitely bullish. So
yeah. He's investing more than Tesla did here. So,
it's gonna do quite a big uh, damage to the bears. Let me put it that way. Going on. Crypto is rat poison. A third of mainstream investment firms tell JP Morgan. So this article is, even though it sounds like the title was, how do I put this? Was created to be some sort of fad. But if you actually think about it, it's like only a third. Where before it was like 90% of them were like, yeah, Bitcoin is crap. It's like, no one cares.
mhm.
It's gonna die. It's a fad. Now it's only one third. Like we're getting those people on board. We're getting them on board. And I feel like JP Morgan is like the biggest bet in crypto right now. They're like, it's gonna go down. The other day we're coming out, they were saying it's going down to 25,000 when Grayscale is gonna do the unlock. It's they're bearish. They're definitely bearish, and I'm thinking they want to buy lower. That's my thinking behind it. What do you think about it?
Well, I think these people who are calling it rat poison, who aren't invested, they can't really affect the price because they aren't invested. These guys aren't sell pressure, so I mean, they don't really matter until they buy. And we've been seeing the big people who are in, they're doubling down here. They're not running. Some hedge funds are for sure, but the real big players, they're not. And that's why I'm not that scared. Maybe we do go down to 25K, but what happens after that? Probably 50K. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. This lineup of news is looking more and more interesting. We've got MLB FTX cryptocurrency exchange partner. So basically, FTX partnered up with the MLB to become a sponsor. That's
The Major League Baseball.
Yep. So this is major news. FTX.com and FTX.us, of course, because the MLB is mostly famous in the US. So FTX.us is getting a little bit of clout from it, and yeah, definitely. Also, this is gonna bring in more people, and they will be like, "What is this FTX.us thing?" They will learn about it. They will see cryptos. They will see different cryptos that maybe they have not seen before. So this is definitely helping out adoption in general,
Right, it's
especially.
just
Good.
it's just more and more people are going to see crypto on a daily basis now. Like it's just becoming more and more mainstream. More people are coming in. Like yeah, just more advertisements for us.
And more people to adopt. El Salvador's Bitcoin law effective September. E-wallets to get $30 worth of crypto. So basically, Mr. Bukele is the president of El Salvador is giving out a little bit of an airdrop to its citizens so they can start, using Bitcoin, learn how to use it, test it out, see if they like it, see if they don't like it. It's a good way to drive adoption, especially in a country where $30 can be quite, a substantial amount of money. So definitely also interesting news coming out of El Salvador. It doesn't really do much other than helping out those people. Like for the overall market, it's still an experiment. It's still ongoing. We'll see how this ends up working. Will it help out El Salvador? Will it be bad for El Salvador? My guess it will probably help it out. And at least it already helped it put it on the map. No one knew about El Salvador before. I haven't heard anyone talking about El Salvador before this Bitcoin news. So it was a smooth move from Mr. Bukele. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. This is probably the biggest experiment going on in crypto right now. Like anyone who thinks Bitcoin could become a global currency, this is your test bed right here. If it succeeds in El Salvador, more third world countries will adopt it. If it continues to succeed, eventually the rest of the world will have to adopt it as legal tenure. Like it doesn't mean it has to replace the dollar, but yeah, if people start accepting Bitcoin as real currency, this market has so much room to grow after that. Like it's going to be insane.
It's gonna be crazy, and especially if we need, if we get scalability updates in the future for Bitcoin, where it doesn't have to rely so heavily on layer 2 solutions. That would help adoption, like as an actual currency, not for big purchases. Right now, you have to rely on layer 2s to be able to make small purchases, unfortunately. But for bigger ones, it's already viable. Like the fees are not extremely high. You can definitely go ahead and use Bitcoin for big purchases. Like you want to buy a car, you want to buy a house, Bitcoin is viable for those purchases as of today, but not for the smaller ones,
sure.
Unfortunately. So going on, Athena to install 1,500 ATMs in El Salvador following Bitcoin law. Crypto ATMs are seen as a way for people to interact with the physical world, particularly those who are not well versed in cryptocurrencies. My vision of ATMs is that yes, they are pretty cool, but while we are moving towards a more and more cashless, in a sense, society where less and less people are using cash. Of course, like the economy in El Salvador is cash centric, but as far as it comes to like China, even China, US and Europe, we're moving more and more. China is the leader at the moment, but we're moving more and more towards not using cash that much anymore. So this is a great place to have Bitcoin ATMs, but in Europe and in the US, I don't see that much of a need for them anymore, since we have like other types of gateways that are not like physical, but you can do directly from home, from your computer. You can wire crypto back and forth. You can use Coinbase. You can use different services which will have much lower fees than these ATMs. So I remember last time I used one of this, they charged 3% up top, like to change the money, which is a lot. Things may have changed.
Yeah. The ones around me are like 10%. So.
Ooh, so yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's a big top up that you have to go through to convert your Bitcoins into cash, and I think it's way too much. So I hope this is not gonna be the case for the El Salvador ATMs. I hope that they will have favorable exchange rates, but we don't know. We don't know yet.
Yeah, but though what you're saying is true, I do think it is necessary to have like Bitcoin ATMs because people still use cash, even though it's trending away from it.
Yep.
Having this medium between cash and crypto, I think, is actually pretty important. It just makes everything more liquid. I don't see anything negative with it. When people are able to like deposit just half their paycheck that they may get in cash just into Bitcoin, or if they need to withdraw it somewhere, they can. Unfortunately, like I've read stories where people were in foreign countries, their banks shut down their cards because they thought it was some sort of fraud. They had no way to get money. They needed money, but there was a Bitcoin ATM there and they had Bitcoin, and it saved them, right? Like I think Bitcoin ATMs, they're important, right? I mean, of course, a lot of them have way too high fees. There are things that need to be improved with them, but I think they're still vital right now, at least until like cash goes away, which I don't think happens anytime soon, even though we're trending in that direction.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't consider that possibility, to be honest. And yeah, now I see it. I see it more more useful for those types of situations, for sure, for sure. And now let's get into the charts. What's going on with Bitcoin? Bitcoin has been moving down all morning. Now it looks like we found some sort of a local bottom. We are still in the beautiful sideways action between $30,000 and $40,000. Nothing has changed in regards to the beautiful sideways trend that we have going on. But
still within structure.
Still within structure. Nothing major is happening. Altcoins today are suffering quite a little bit because dominance is on the rise a little bit. So we have a little bit of suffering towards that side. On the normal markets, well, DJI and ES, those are moving up. Shorts, this is one thing to note. Shorts are going up quite massively on Bitfinex, which is kind of a concerning sign. Does it mean we have to go down? No. Does it mean we will go up? No. It's just that shorts are taking, shorts positions. That's what's going on. So last time we had this type of short taking was at a similar price, and those shorts closed around $29,000, between 30, 31, 29, 28. Those were the places where those shorts closed. Doesn't mean that they have to be right, but it's definitely something that we have to keep in consideration, especially if we have another move down, and even more so if we have a move up, because that could play out a potential short squeeze if we do continue to the upside. I said before, the only good thing that I have noticed, actually different than usual, is that we finally were able to close 3 days in the green in a row, which has been something that we haven't done since basically April 8th. So it's been a long time since we did that. So this is showing that there's some buying interest down here. We'll see if it is enough to counteract the bears and counteract the miners' sell pressure that they're putting in, because they have to relocate. So those people have to sell a little bit. Unfortunately, it is what it is. We don't know how much, but definitely there is a little bit of selling from the miners going on. So we have to see who's going to win. There's big investments coming in, which could be, miners have to sell, but there's someone that is, coming in here and it's like, prices are low, let me buy some. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's pretty much it for today. Do you have anything to add?
It's just, alts continue to bleed. Bitcoin is holding structure. The thing is, can Bitcoin show us that it's bullish before alts, go much lower? We'll have to wait and see.
Yep. So for today, that's it, and we're gonna probably see each other tomorrow, and we will read up some more news and follow up on the Bitcoin price action. Bye.
Bye.